All right, we're live on YouTube. And I will post a link on Stunt Hangar. Let's see here. Post. We do this every Monday and Friday at 7 o'clock. It runs from 7 to 9 Central Time. You have to be a member in good standing within the last 3 years on Stunt Hangar, meaning a supporter of the show. And I hate to do that, but I can't afford to pay for all this stuff. I mean, there are a lot of people taking advantage of it. So that's just the way it is. And let's see what else we got going here. Yeah, I don't sell anything. So normally what we have is Gary Sinclair. Bob Hunt's been coming in quite early here lately. Haven't seen Gordon in a while. I know he's in good standing still. I don't know. So what I'm going to do tonight, when somebody else comes on here, is I'm going to finish up my mold buck. My mold buck has got a bow in it. I'm going to straighten it out with a backbone, a spine, and then glue the foam on it. And glue the foam on it, and then sand it to shape. What I'm going to do first here is those are going to get a black ink pen and blacken up those tops.
Thanks, Mark.
Hey, what's up?
Not much. They're going to be upstairs tonight.
Yeah, where the Wi-Fi works.
Yeah. It works for about an hour, 45 minutes to an hour, and then I have to reload, for some reason. I don't know what that is.
Danny's got the same problem in his garage. Maybe maybe you need a firmware update on your router.
That's possible. It's an old router. I might have to just put a new one in. Every now and then.
At least you don't have Windows 95.
No, I'm Apple. I've had this for a long time and it's been bulletproof.
Had this piece of 10-pound balsa wood. I figured I'd use it as a base for this buck. Well, we went to the Dayton Modelorama, and I bought a box of wood that was blocks. It was 1 inch by 3 by 36, 1 by 4 by. It was all 15-pound wood. It was like 2x4s. But I've since used all that wood up.
Here comes Gary.
Gary, you're falling down on the job.
I know. As soon as you come on, I hit, and then I had to wait on step to work. You know how that is.
Yeah.
Hi, Paul.
Hey, guys.
How new is that Aviation video you put up today?
Oh, that's not that's not new. That's old. 2008, I think, is what Dave Eakins responded. He was standing there when he videotaped it, but I think that was the first I've seen that of that plane.
Did you get it off of Wendy's channel?
No, Wendy sent out an email today or yesterday, I think.
Little
And
Larch flew that in 1992 at Westover,
okay,
and Robbie flew against them there. They were both juniors at the same time.
yeah, they had him on
Senior,
there.
not junior, seniors.
Yeah. If Dennis came on, I was going to order one.
He's coming on.
Yeah.
Oh, is he?
There he is.
Oh,
Speak of the devil.
speak of the devil.
Hey,
Indeed.
Dan. I thought
There you
about
go.
you when the wind was blowing, Danny.
Hello, everybody.
Hey,
All right,
Hello,
where'd
Neil.
everybody go here? Hang on a second.
Yeah.
There you are. Look in any window. What do you see?
5
New.
people.
Smiling faces all around. Yeah.
we were just talking about your fiberglass stunner, and I was going to order one.
Well, unfortunately, you saw the high point of it. When they got to the molding of the wings and stuff like that, they kind of came off the rails, which was really, really disappointing because they, at the point, had been molding pylon racer wings, and they got twisted up on that. So the molds still exist, and the fuselage still exists. In fact, I used one of the fuselages in the last Nats airplane I had a couple of years ago. Adapted a regular one-piece wing onto it, and looks cool. But anyhow, yeah, that there'll be no orders. To your question, I think one of the things you said in there, I think that was 2008. So there were sharks all over the place and everything like that. It was not by any means a first or anything.
Oh yeah.
Now that silver airplane that stars in the opening part of it, that was a glass fuselage with plug-in foam wings. So that would have been
2000. I mean, it was
it would have been
1992.
I think yeah, it sounds about right. I don't know. That's probably that might have
against them.
that might have been a little ahead of the sharks, but I don't know. There were people knocking all around that. And he did actually kit that one for a while. He made about a half dozen kits, I guess. And
We published it in Flying Models. Remember a version of it?
well, he did his V-tail version. It was just
Right.
before that, and then that was later. He and Todd Lee had 2 otherwise identical airplanes, and the same paint scheme and everything like that. They were both going to school at what is it? The aeronautical school down in Daytona.
Emery
Embry
Riddle.
Riddle.
Thank you.
Yeah, that's where Matt went.
Now that I've done all that, I guess I've spoke my entire piece, except, Santa Claus is here. Well, we'll wait till he puts his head up. I got something to show him. So he knows what. Yeah. Yeah, what the heck? That's a big one for him. This is a John Miller original. Get over here.
Don't hurt your shoulder.
Well, that's the problem. I can't do anything with that shoulder, so I got to reach with the other one. Now, if I could hurt that one, then I'll be like a kiwi.
Oh, isn't that cute?
Wait a minute.
I love it.
Is that a
I'm going to have to back up a little bit here. This is the Lil Ellie. It's actually a Brodak kit, and fans of John Miller will certainly recognize it as about 2/3 of a Pathfinder, I think.
Yeah, that's true. It's Grandpa's Pathfinder Ellie. There by the name, Little Ellie.
Okay.
Is that pink or a new color puce?
It Darby Pink, because John called it Little L, and my granddaughter is Miss Ellie. All right. So guess what this is actually going to get named?
Miss Ellie.
Miss Ellie, unless I'm got a quandary here. Ellie has a sister named Evie. And if I do one or whatever for one girl and not the other, I mean, I won't have to worry about getting my shoulder reattached. They'll take care of
Put
me long before that.
put one's name on one wing and the other one on the other wing.
You don't have granddaughters, do you, John?
No.
They don't share. The boys don't share either.
That's it. That's it.
Yeah.
So anyhow, tickled to death with it. It was, I really, I got it just to do a conversion kit for it because, there's some interest in small electrics. And this thing is, wing area wise, it's about the size of a ringmaster, except it's got really good moments and it's got flaps and tail and everything like that, and a nice airfoil. It builds light. How light is it? Come on, Sparky.
How much a puppy weigh?
30 ounces. So
Very nice.
So that's like basically the same weight as my ringmaster, only with this thing should fly the living snot out of a ringmaster. So
Is that with the battery on board?
pardon me?
Is that with the battery on board?
Yep. Full tank of electrons, Bob.
So now, do your granddaughters fly, Dennis?
No, not yet. Maybe not ever. But any rate, it's a nice thought. I remember I took I had an RC plane, and I put a picture of my daughter in, as a profile. I had a picture of my daughter in the cockpit, and I showed it to her, and she goes, "But you always crash your airplanes." I said, "Wait a minute. Thank you very much. Thank you very much."
Hmm.
So she was right, actually. But anyhow, I know John designed that. I presume John was Brodak looking for something for their Brodak 25. They're looking for a place to put it. Or how did you come about designing it in the first place? I guess that's the question.
John,
Did John leave?
there he is. No? Yeah.
No.
Yeah, he's probably got
I
problems.
think we lost John.
Yeah,
He seized up.
Ah, rats.
he'll be
I
back.
was just curious. The thing is, it shows a Brodak 25. It'd be a nice airplane with a Brodak 25 on it. I suppose you could say could be a kid's airplane, but I'm thinking, especially when I get my arm sewed back on, it might not be a little thing. It might not be a good, bad thing, I should say, to go learn how to fly on again, because it ain't going to pull my arm out. And it also tip the nitro a little bit, get the speed up. It should be a heck of a windy weather airplane because it won't pull real hard or anything like that. I think it'll be maneuverable as heck. I'll put it on some Spectra line, and that thing will be that'll be a really happy airplane. So the little airplanes and Spectra lines is that's a special place. So anyhow. So what else is going on? See, somebody's building there.
I'm just tinkering.
Mm-hmm. Is that a top of an Aries or what is that?
Yep. Mold buck.
Mm-hmm. A question came up. Somebody asked me this the other day, and I wasn't absolutely sure of the answer. I think I kind of know, but when you guys were molding, like full leading edges or full fuselage tops or anything like that, you got a joint in the balsa. What kind of glue do you use on that joint, knowing you got to soak it and everything like that to bend?
I've been using Titebond 3, but the
Okay.
key to that is after you join it using that, you got to let it sit for about 3 or 4 days to totally dry before you put it in the water. Then it won't separate. And the other thing I've learned recently is you don't have to soak the whole piece of wood. You only have to soak the area that has the tightest radius.
Mhm.
And sometimes that's the constant cord piece of wood that doesn't have a joint in it yet. You know, you add the pieces in on the sides. So you can just take a paper towel or a sponge or whatever and wet down just that area and mold that. And that'll do the job. I do that on all the leading edges now, the molded leading edges for built-up wings.
Mhm.
You might want to try this, Bob. I just been spraying it with Windex where it bends. Let
Yeah,
it set.
do that or ammonia or apple cider vinegar. You know, I got that from Kirk Mullinex, who got it from what was the guy's name? Real famous free flight flyer from years ago. Think of it in a minute. Sal Tavey. Sal Tavey told him you can use apple cider vinegar to mold the balsa wood. It won't affect the strength of the fibers as ammonia is said to do. The only problem with using the apple cider vinegar is when you're done, your airplane smells like a salad.
So, Bob, when you do those molded leading edges, I'm assuming there's not a actual leading edge, 1/4 inch piece of wood in there on the leading edge, right?
Yeah, I do I put an 1/8 inch square strip. I notch the ribs right at the apex of the curve, and I put in a piece of 1/8 inch balsa to prevent any kind of starved horse look between the ribs. You know,
Okay.
works fine. If you know, find a picture of that, I'll show you.
Yeah, Bob was looking. John, while you were gone there, I was asking what brought about the design of the little L in the first place.
John Brodak wanted some 15-sized planes for his Brodak 15
He
and
just wanted
20s.
something. All right, he wanted something for the 15 and 25s and all that.
Right.
I was going to say,
And I was
25 would be a rocket, man. That'd be great.
Yeah, I was upset a little because that was at the time of the Brodak Wars, and uh, Gordon didn't want me to have Brodak kit the Pathfinder Ellie. So he went with RSM,
Yeah.
and so I thought, well, okay, I'm going to change it, put a different on it, different wing construction, make it a tail dragger, make a few other changes, widen the fuselage, things like that, and give it to Brodak. So that's how it came about.
Name. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
There we go. And back to Bob.
Okay.
Hey, that's how I do mine. It works good, doesn't it, Bob?
Works great, no problems at all.
Yeah. You can just wrap that leading edge right around there, and like you say, gives you that little bit of strength right at the leading edge,
Yep.
and doesn't weigh hardly nothing.
Yeah, it really doesn't.
All right, maybe let me ask you. You say you're using Tight Bond 3. What would you consider to be the Verboten never try it, it'll blow up in your face glue? I mean, which glues have absolutely failed on you?
Shoe glue.
Shoe glue.
Yeah, well, yeah, okay. I would expect that.
I've tried regular Tight Bond too. The problem is any of the solvent release glues I've tried or drying glue like aliphatic resins. Until I learned the fact that you have to let them sit for several days, I'm not sure if Tight Bond 2 will work or not, but I know Tight Bond 3 does if you let it sit for, it even says on the bottle it's water resistant, it's water resistant. But it's not if you just glue it together, wait an hour and start trying to mold it, it'll come apart.
Yeah.
But if you wait 2 or 3 days, it's fine.
Yeah, yeah.
I'd imagine hot glue would be a
Yeah, I think
Better view of it.
you were talking about the other thing. I've gotten into the habit when I'm doing wing sheeting and stuff like that, even if I got a nice piece of wood, while I'm getting ready to glue it all up, I'll take the sheet and spray it on just the outer surface with Windex, set it aside, glue up all the ribs and everything like that. By the time I get back, the Windex it's half evaporated, but the sheet's already got a nice little curl on it, and it just falls right into place after that. And that's not even assuming a full wraparound or anything like that, but a little bit of that goes a long way. I've been threatening too, is I got one of those floor steamers and puts out a little nice thing of steam. I'm trying to figure out how to take the wood and put it in a piece of maybe 3-inch PVC pipe or something like that and steam it.
Yeah, you'll have a melted piece of pipe when you're done. That steam gets super hot.
Yeah, okay.
And it'll soften the plastic, it'll collapse. Because I was going to do the same thing with 4-inch Schedule 30 PVC, a sewer pipe, drain
Yeah.
pipe. And Danny said, don't do that because it'll melt. And my steam box that I built, it's so hot. I mean, it's unreal.
You gotta be careful not to burn yourself when you open that steam box.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I have one too. I
So
bought
you make
I
your,
bought a Rockler steam generator.
Same as I got.
Yeah, and it works great, but you gotta be careful because you can burn yourself.
I'll tell you what I don't like about it is the size of the box. The box takes up too much room. I got it sitting in there. I did a video on making it.
I haven't used mine in years because I found out that just by soaking it and bending it, unless you're trying to go around a 8-inch radius or something, you really don't need it. I guess if I was doing a whole fuselage side or something where I really had to get it pliable, I'd use the steam box again. I got it actually for building guitars.
So that would be basically the same thing they're using on full-size wooden ships and stuff like that?
Yeah.
Or maybe a smaller version of that, but
I noticed there was a ship behind you. A boat?
yeah, it's a sailboat. That's a leftover. Big Art got that. It's never been wet, all right?
Huh.
And I got it from them, and it had some damage. I put it back together, and then lo and behold, I even found the instructions for one.
Well,
It's a fiberglass hull, wooden, some wooden bulkheads and stuff, and of course wooden spars, and
well,
got the radio in it and everything else.
was that one of the Vortex models?
I don't know. I don't think that doesn't sound right.
No. Okay.
It was some basement operation, real simple thing, and they were apparently popular enough. I once I found a couple little nuggets, I kept digging, and they apparently the boat clubs are racing in one design, races and stuff like that. It's not too big for the minivan, but it's probably big enough where it's not, it'll tolerate a little bit of water and stuff, like a little bit of breeze, a little bit of
Vortex used to make a kit for those. They made a lot of kits for pylon races and things. And that was actually Bob Palmer was part of that.
Really?
Yeah.
Dumbest, right?
What's that?
Bob Palmer designed for Dumbest, didn't he?
Dumas? No, I don't think so. Dumas bought up the old Vico line, but I don't think Palmer ever did any direct.
Oh, okay.
Well,
'Cause
wait a minute though. They did have a nice line of boats and stuff. Hell, maybe he did. I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know where their boats came from.
They had hydros and all kind of shit because I built one out of mahogany.
Huh.
That's where that steam box might have come in handy, huh?
Palmer was pretty prolific in models. He made models of lots of things. He told me he made models of boats as well.
Yeah. That Vortex thing was part of his. I did some work for him. Well, this had to be back in 1970. I did some work for Vortex, some foam work for them. That's why I found out it was Palmer, because I got the work through Bev Smith. You knew who Bev Smith was? You ever read it in Model Airplane News back in the old days, Danny? A column called John Epoxy.
Yeah. Bev Smith was basically he was the Hobby Epoxy company.
John Epoxy. Yeah. He did the little hints and tips column for Pettit Paint, and he and my dad worked together. And he saw some of my work and he said, "I got somebody who I want to I'm going to, you know, turn you on to. And that's how I get to work for Vortex. I didn't realize it was Bob Palmer until I started working for him a little bit.
Speaking of Pettit, do you remember a guy named Victor Cunningham?
Sure.
Yeah, he was our Pettit rep in our hobby shop.
Vic Cunningham is good. You know, he was a
Free flight guy.
free flight guy. Yeah.
Yeah. I think he did the Galaxy or the Starduster or some huge airplane.
Yeah, he was very prolific. Him and the Hunter family, Bob and Bill Hunter from Satellite City, and Don Ty Pond. There was a lot of really good free flight guys.
You know, Bob Palmer told me that you remember that the F-117, the first stealth fighter.
Mm-hmm.
They had him at Lockheed where he worked. They had him make a model of that, and they launched it. It was either off a building or off a big crane or something. They launched that to see if it would really fly.
Did it?
It did. It was all set with radio control. It was a glider, but it was, you know, they were able to control it, and that was one of the things. He said that was one of the things they decided to go ahead with it as it was.
He worked for Lockheed for a long time. Worked for Kelly Johnson for a while.
Yes, he did.
He was a fillet maker. Fillets and fairings were his specialty, and he worked on the P-80 Shooting Star, the Constellation, Hercules. I mean, just tons of airplanes. The SR-71. He did a lot of the fairing and fillet work for those airplanes.
Yeah.
Well, SR-71 is one big fillet.
Yeah,
Everything is blended on that thing, man.
it is one big fillet.
You know, we're talking about stealth, and of course the Skunk Works. I know you guys know what a Horton 229 is, right?
Yeah.
It's a plywood airplane. That was really the first stealth airplane. I think it was Boeing or Lockheed or one of them built one of those and put it on a post and shot radar at it at their facility, and it didn't show up.
That's why Northrop got into flying wings, because of the Horton brothers. You know, he studied all the stuff they did and just went from there forward.
Well, that bomber that he made was really very economical to run. It didn't it make some kind of a record flight across the United States?
I don't know, could be, but they had a lot of trouble with adverse yaw and the ailerons.
That's why they didn't make it as a bomber.
They didn't
actually,
have computer-aided flight back then.
That's right.
Yeah, one of the problems with it, and John's right, it set the jet version set a coast-to-coast record, and then a week later, the record was soundly beaten by a prototype B-47.
Did you guys ever hear that that story that the SR-71 and the guy doing the speed check?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I've heard that one.
Yeah.
That's hilarious.
He burned up in that airplane, or in an SR-71 or something. Did you notice he's all burnt? I mean, he recovered, but he had a crash or something.
Yeah, I just saw him on YouTube. He was speaking to an audience. He didn't talk about that. He was just talking about the speed check.
Yeah.
Yeah, I thought it was pretty funny when he said the Navy guy came across, I think, in a Phantom or something, asking for a speed check. He's like, why is that guy asking for a speed check? He's got more electronics in that cockpit than, you know.
Well, the other thing is that with a little bit of magic from his bat seat guy, he could have actually fried the radar too.
Yeah, that was the day he and his navigator bonded, became a team or something.
Yeah.
I don't think he was the guy who did the low pass flyby, though, was he?
No, they were flying coast to coast, I think, almost in that SR-71, and yeah, he was like, yeah, we kind of.
I heard a story from one of them guys who was flying that, who did a low pass flyby the tower. I think it was in Seattle, and that was the end of that. They shut that shit down. The low pass flybys. Let's see.
You know that the SR-71. I think the other side of the SR-71 in the design stage was the YF-70. 20,
YF12?
no, not 23. It was 70 something. It looked just like the SR-71.
Yeah, it was F12 or YF12, I think.
Yeah, and it was pretty capable. It was pretty much the same as a 71, but it was set up as a interceptor,
The
capable of shooting down satellites.
71 tower, TO, buzzing the tower.
Is that you got a video of that?
Yeah,
This ought to be something. What was his speed when he went and buzzed the tower?
I don't know. We're gonna find out here.
Okay.
Hit a stopwatch. Check his flap time.
Buzzing the tower story you probably never heard. It's I can't play it because I get a copyright strike, but I'll put the link to it. Let's see here. And there's that other guy, Brian Strill on pilot. That's the one Paul was talking about.
Yeah.
Well, here's the pilot telling the story about it. Well, here we go. Copy. Zoom. Pilot Murray Rosenberg was the pilot. Come on now. And we put that in chat. Chat. And paste. Anybody wants to look at it? Oh, it looks like it's going to come up in chat, the YouTube video.
We want to watch it. We
Somebody
turn down
open
our volume so we don't.
If somebody opens it, but we can watch it later.
Anyway, there's the link. There's a whole bunch of links and different SR-71 stories.
There's Mike Lonke. You better put on a heavier shirt than that.
Dude, I put my heater away 3 weeks ago because it's been 70 degrees and I had to get it down tonight. I had it put up on a shelf, winterized. I had to get it down tonight because it's 36 degrees here tonight.
I know. I'll be there tomorrow, and Ryan goes, "It's snowing." I'm like, "What?"
Yeah,
Yeah.
snowing today. 70 degrees yesterday. We flew. Sam and I went out and flew. He was on spring break all week, so I think we got out for four flying sessions since last week. So we had a good week. But yeah, 70 degrees yesterday, and then not a tornado, but a rotating cell went right over our house last night. The tornado actually hit in Murray County about 20 miles south of us. It was just an EF1. It was a little one, but that cell continued to rotate. And they actually they called out my subdivision on Nashville News and said it's moving over Brins Valley right now. And it was windy as hell, and there was a lot of lightning. My neighbor's tree got hit by lightning. He's got a 250-year-old oak tree in his backyard, and it's the second time in 3 years it got hit. It got hit at the top, and it went right down to the ground. But this time it took 8 inches of bark off all the way down and split the tree. I went out on my patio this morning. I'm like, why do I got all this bark on my patio and in my yard? And I looked over at Dan's tree, and I was like, holy cow, his tree got hit by lightning again.
The reason why it gets hit all the time, it's got a good ground, deep roots.
I guess. But yeah, it's 70 degrees and flyable yesterday, freezing our butts off, and snow today is crazy.
26 right now, 22 tomorrow, where I'm at.
We hit
I'll bring some sunshine down with me.
Would you please, Paul?
2 inches of snow out on our deck tonight.
Well, it's still winter, guys.
We got 2
29
inches
at
too.
Howard, how much rain you got?
Oh, none today. Quite a bit though. Let's see. I think it was 60 or so today. Alexa, what's the temperature now?
Right now, it's 64 degrees Celsius.
Oh, 64, she said.
Oh, Howard, you're here. Hey, bud, thank you for the decals,
You're welcome.
but they don't work.
Well, that's too bad.
They, they, when did you make these? When did you make? He sent me the USA part, so the rest is his number. They
About
won't.
100 years ago.
Yeah, they won't release from the backing.
They won't.
I tried 80 different ways and like rubbed it real hard with my thumbnail. They won't release from the backing. They come back up with the backing.
Oh, that's too bad. Yeah, it's Mylar, half mil Mylar, like Pascal on.
Yeah, well, I want my money back.
So,
well, piss on you.
So Mike, do they have to be decals? Why can't you use vinyl?
Well, that's what they are. These are vinyl on.
Oh, there's some kind of ink on Mylar.
Oh, this is not. This is ink on Mylar.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm a dumbass.
You've been soaking them in water?
I thought they were vinyl decals on a backing sheet.
No, yeah, it looks like you managed to peel it off just fine.
Well, yeah, but what I was trying to do was lay that on the item and peel it off and have the graphics stick. Because
it's good that the numbers are still stuck to the Mylar.
No, now I get it. It's actually the whole thing is a decal. I thought it was vinyl cut out and put on a backing paper. And I kept pulling it up, and I'm like, the letters are coming up with it every time I pull it. They won't stay down.
Is that what you want?
Yeah, because it's going on a compound. Well, I need some for a compound curve, but yeah, these I can use now that I know it's just I cut it out and put it on. Perfect. Okay, Howard. I don't want my money back. Thank you.
All right,
Howard, charge him double.
Yeah.
Well, and the cool thing too, with your number, I can actually make my AMA number with a little bit of finagling.
Oh,
I can use this and cut them out and rearrange them and make my AMA number with them. So that was a bonus.
Cool.
That was a bonus.
Well, then you should charge him for that, Howard.
Yeah, right.
I've been using them for battery numbers lately.
The battery numbers.
Yeah.
I got one more thing, guys, before I get quiet and start working on stuff. I bought a bunch of Hawaiian scissor clips on eBay, right?
Hold on.
And they're the smaller ones. I think they're number 5s or maybe number 4s. I bought them to use on Samuel's restraints for his motor to the restraint. But after trying to put a couple on, watch this. If you open them the other way, boom, they just pull right apart.
Wow.
They break right in half. And I bought 500 of them, right?
Yeah, I got a bag of those too.
They were in bags of 100. And I checked every bag and every one of them.
How are you pulling them? Which way are you pulling them?
Well, the wrong way, but even if you're compressing them this way a couple of times,
still a lot of confidence.
That's what I'm saying. I mean, it doesn't take anything.
I mean, if you try to open them up, if you try
to open them, they break. Correct.
Oh, wow.
Correct. So, I bought another set from a different company.
Because I think I bought a bunch of those off of Amazon. I've been using them with no problem.
I bought another of the black anodized ones.
Yeah, that's what I got.
And you can't break these. These are fine. These are fine as well.
Those are American.
Well, no, they were eBay from China, man, and it was a different company. But the silver ones were definitely eBay from China because it took 3 weeks to get them. And I put in for a refund, and they never responded to me. So eBay just went ahead and refunded my money because that's what they do when a seller doesn't respond to a claim. I mean, it was $20 or whatever. But just beware of the silver eBay ones, man.
I had the black ox ones, the black oxide, and they work fine. But the problem is, they're really difficult to get a normal eyelet, at the end of a wire to get it through there and to get it off. It takes a little bit of work, you know.
Yeah.
They're really stiff.
Hey, Mike, would you make a post on Stunt Hangar on that and the safety thing?
Yeah,
I've looked
good
at
idea.
those clips
good idea.
on,
Okay.
actually
well,
from Amazon. They got the Hawaiian cliffs, but if you have any information there and your invoice and the make of them or something like that, that would be definitely, that's definitely public service kind of
yeah, I
material.
can probably find that. I think the reason I bought these on eBay is because Amazon didn't have this small of a size.
Mhm.
Like you can get the bigger ones on Amazon. Like I said, these are like a number 4 or number 5 because they're I don't need the big honking one we would
Right.
use on a 60 size airplane for a motor restraint, right? I need a
Mhm.
little one up there.
Yeah, but you do need one that holds together.
Correct. Correct. Yeah. I mean, it's got to do its job, and it just didn't instill. So I was finagling around trying to put it. So we have the webbing is drilled on the motor, and there's a split ring on the motor, and then your cable comes through the bell crank, and your cable attaches to this end, and you use this side, to put on the split ring. And I had originally bought some split rings were too small, so I tried to go the other way to, I was trying to slide it in between and hook it around, and it went bink in my hand, and I went, "That's no good."
No.
But yeah,
I get
mean, I'm breaking them like spaghetti noodles, man, and I'm not even trying, man.
You know, the reason I got those is because the diameter of the small end is larger than the diameter of a normal wire clip, once you make up, or even a Luxon. And if you're going to go to the synthetic lines, it's a little bit more of a radius. It's not prone to cut into the line as much. The diameter is actually bigger.
Yeah.
Little wire.
I've gotten those things from Lure Parts online.
That's where I
However-
get mine.
Yeah.
I haven't gotten any tiny ones.
Yep. So anyway, beware eBay, China.
Yeah, Mike, those
Yeah.
look like
Good catch,
I'll
Will.
call
Good
it
catch,
the
Mike.
in
Good
between
catch.
ones that the mid-size ones that Sullivan used to sell. The ones you were holding there, is that about the same size?
They're not the super small ones,
Right, there was an
but they're not the
intermediate one.
mediums either. They're one size down from the medium.
Okay, sort of between the medium and the half A.
Yeah, and the
yeah,
only
all right.
I was looking through my pile of scissor clips, and I had like 4 that were the right size, so I had to buy more. And the ones I have, they're ancient, but I've never broken one before. I've been
Yeah,
using
really.
them for years and years and years, and I thought, well, I'll just buy some new ones.
Yeah.
And
How many you need?
I don't know if he was getting
don't need
500
any,
of them,
Howard,
he's
now.
planning on a lot of airplanes.
I found a supplier, these black anodized ones, and they do not break like the
All
other
right.
ones.
All right.
So
You're
I'm
making
good
me
to go.
check mine.
They're the bright, shiny, they're chromed or whatever.
Yeah,
they
I mean,
are.
I've got some of these shiny ones. I mean, I
They're
bought.
just-
He
bought-
didn't
Oh,
work
no.
very hard to break it, Paul.
You sure
You're,
did.
work, you're
I can't-
working at it. He didn't work hard at it.
No,
Yeah,
I mean, a 5-year-old could pull them apart.
Yeah.
Really.
Well, the thing I don't like about these, and they may be too big. Well, I don't know. These are a little bit harder to squeeze than, I got a bag of the black ones too, but these are a little bit bigger than these black ones, I think. No, they're the same size, but these are, I mean,
Yeah.
maybe I'm just getting older or whatever, but sometimes I gotta get a pair of pliers to put my
Exactly.
lines on.
Really tough if you're late for a flight at a contest and you got to get your lines on.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you try to put those things through an eyelet or something like that, you've got to, you got to spread them apart too on top of everything else, and that it gets to be a real chore.
Yeah.
But yeah, I've had the Sullivans and stuff like that. You could actually distort them out of position and have to bend them back. Not like looks like Mike has got some serious metallurgy issue there, some kind of
Yeah.
hardness or something.
Almost like white metal or something.
Yeah.
Well, they're probably made of old Chryslers that we shipped over there for them to melt down. They were buying our scrap cars and scrap metal for years and years and years. It's probably an old Chevrolet or Ford.
Yeah.
Well, if it's a Ford, it'll hold up. If it's a Chrysler, it's not cool.
Well, I'm telling you, this stuff, it breaks like pop metal. You know
Yeah,
what I
it
mean?
looks like
I don't
it.
think this was because probably the way that's manufactured, it's probably a piece of wire that they
Mm-hmm.
stamp, right?
Mhm.
Yeah.
To get the shape, but it feels like pop metal.
I think they
You
might
know?
have heat treated it a little bit just to, or, to anneal it or something like that.
I don't know. They're garbage,
And-
though.
and
It's
They're
not
garbage.
worth trying. The black ones work. Use those.
It's amazing you're actually able to bend it in the first place.
Oh,
Of course,
not
it's
worth
probably all, it's all
risking an
deformation.
airplane for.
Yeah.
You know. No, that's a shame, but yeah, I'd appreciate it if you could share, a brand or whatever else, and
Yeah, I was
run
going to
across
pitch them,
those
but
things on Amazon. They got all kind of fishing clips are all over the place. They got some really interesting shapes and all that.
And if you can't find what that one is, then make a recommendation on the one that works. That brand, because you can
yeah,
find.
well, yeah, that works too. But I think if I got, Brodak has, I think what Sullivan used to have, I think I trust those all right. I've looked at the Hawaiian clips. Difference, like Mike says, their sizes are all over the place. I haven't got any of them yet, but based on what he just showed me, I don't know if I'd get any of them. But I don't know.
Yeah, that'd be bad news if you use that hook up to that little Ellie.
That's it. Even little Ellie would bust that. So
Yeah.
Mhm.
oh well. I don't know. I think there's a smoothie sighting there. I'm not sure.
A bronze smoothie sighting.
Yeah,
Even
bronze.
better.
Yeah,
Damn it.
we're finally gonna get it totally bronze tonight. That's the goal.
Yeah, that's it. Are you been hanging out at Bob's basement or something like that? Where the hell did you find all that bronze? But
I like bronze.
yeah,
When I won my gold medal, I took it and had it bronze.
absolutely. There you go, man.
I thought you just dipped it in that barrel of paint you have.
No, it's same difference. So anyhow, all right.
So
This
I
is
got
Angstrom, is that the ultimate backup plan for Australia?
No, this is just gonna be for classic and old time stunt this year.
Yeah, okay. Okay.
Yep.
So who showed you how to invert the engine on that? Because the Brodak kit is an upright.
I think I know the answer. Oh.
What's that now?
Well, the Brodak kit is set for an upright engine.
Yes.
You're set up for an inverted, but you've got electric in there, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
Is that what the deal is? That's why I don't see. You ought to make a dummy cylinder and set it up there, And if you really want to shake them up, get a little spark plug, put it in, and run a little lead to it. Okay.
Well, make a draw off switch.
Yeah, then you get the bonus points for ignition.
Then if you get the little recording on there, a little speaker, and you could have engine sounds on it, make it sound like a V12 or a Griffin engine.
Oh, wait a minute. Shouldn't electric get the bonus points for ignition?
I would think so.
Well, my brother Dave had a plan on that. He was using one of the old Astro brushed motors. He had some luck with that, and he thought
380
he
can
was going to
motor.
build an electric, with that motor, and he was going to fly it in Sparky, because that's what the motor does.
The first electric airplane I ever saw fly was your dad's or your brother's.
Yeah, right. Yeah,
1990,
Dad's
1990 in Lawrenceville.
yeah, and he never even got to the circle. They were bitching about it as soon as they saw it, But yeah, he should have flown it in Sparky. Brushless motor, not so much, but that's that brush motor, it sparked just fine. So
Yeah, the 380 can motors.
yeah. Well, this is one of the Astro flights with his had the Astro 15, I think, with the gearboxes on it.
Oh, okay.
So it's actually a hell of a motor. You ever ran
Yeah.
kind of big and nasty and heavy and everything like that compared, but it was a strong motor. So
yeah, I was impressed. It flew good.
Yeah, it would fly as good as the airplane weighed a pound, but with a battery and everything like that, it weighed 3 pounds. So it was all NICADs and everything like that. And the airplane went like hell after takeoff, and it followed the discharge curve of an iCAD, right? Which might by the end of he didn't have enough to do really couldn't do a full old time pattern with it, but
I remember there was
wheels for about half a flight. So
I remember there was a suggestion out there that for electric that you should be able to fly half the pattern, land, put new batteries in, and finish up the pattern. That was suggested at one point because of that very problem.
yeah.
And then somebody discovered brushless and not NiCads, but lipos. Yeah.
Yeah, lipos and governing ESCs, and all of a sudden it was a whole new game. So,
remember that A123 battery that was there for a while?
yeah.
Igor used those.
Yeah, Igor, yeah, he used those. Those are what, they were some kind of an iron battery. They were like 3 volts a cell or something like that, or 3.2 something.
They were safe. They were real safe batteries.
Yeah, they were safe. You needed he used, I think, 6 cells to get 4 cell voltage or something like
There's
that.
John. Hey, John, before I forget, I did not send out your canopy, but I'm making a note to myself here on my desk so tomorrow I won't forget.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
Well, I was talking to John today, and he's not at Hunt. He promised to send me a canopy. I ain't got the damn canopy, and I'm just sitting here, nothing to do while I wait for Bob to send me the canopy.
You're
Denny, welcome, John.
It's a common problem.
Yeah.
I do appreciate
you're
you're speaking to my master. He's the master and I'm the weed hopper.
I'm just trying to grease the skids. That's all. See?
I would never disrespect him like that out loud.
To my face, anyway.
Well, he's my big brother, so I can say anything I want.
So.
Oh, yeah, you can actually punch him.
You can't, I can't.
Story in that.
Over the years.
Anyhow.
Hey, John, you were asking a question a while back about the climb and dive timer and a push button.
Yeah.
And I sent you a message on
Oh, yeah, thank you.
Yeah,
Yeah, appreciate that.
Okay.
I've already purchased one of those momentary switches and I'm going to do it.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's all in the documentation there too. It works pretty good. I've got them on all my planes.
You just have to pick the right prongs to connect to.
Yeah, he tells you to leave those too long if you're going to use the remote push button on it. And you just when you go to start it, you just hold the button in for 5 seconds and it'll start.
Yeah, you do the same thing that you would do if you were tapping the one prong.
Yeah.
Yeah, that sounds great.
Do you know why he doesn't offer those things as built and tried and ready to use?
I think he's doing that now because he was getting some, and I was probably the first one that sent one back. But he was, people were having problems. I think soldering the piggyback boards on them. But I think he's selling them now as a complete unit.
It was some kind of
you don't assemble them anymore.
There was an importing issue at first, wasn't it?
Yeah, it had to do with it costs more or something. I don't know, but I think they kind of worked all that out
as opposed to parts. Okay, shipping from Canada. Okay.
Yeah,
I got right here in the box, not even open, one of the hourglass timers, the new one.
Is that the climb and dive?
Yeah, well, it's called the Hourglass. I think Hourglass timer. It's made by Paul.
Yeah, that's his logo. That's his logo.
But I think he calls it the Hourglass timer because this has got the kick in the corner feature and everything in it.
Yeah. It also has I think you have to go into the firmware, but it'll if you pull on the handle 3 times, it'll shut down. Yeah. I don't have that enabled. But one thing that his timer does, I guess it's like the KRs and the other timers is it speeds up at the end, so you can set up for the landing.
Yep.
Gives you that little blip at the end. Well, I was really kind of trying to conserve battery at the end, and so the FM9 timer it does a sag. So I said, hey, I emailed him. I said, hey, I want this to sag instead of give me the speed up because it still just tells me where it's going to shut off. And he told me where to go into the firmware and change the numbers. So now mine doesn't speed up; it sags.
Kind of like the Human used to do.
Yeah. And then you can set it after the sag. and you can do that with the speed up too. But you can set it for however many seconds you want it to shut off after that. So after it gives me that little drop, I know I've got 2 seconds to shut off.
Emergency shut off, the 3 pulls.
Right.
You can program that in with your phone.
Oh, is that part of the?
That's in the setup. Yeah.
Okay. All
Yeah.
right. I
No, it's
probably don't
set
have
up-
the latest firmware, but I think the last time I spoke to him on that, he said you had to. He said you could go into the firmware to turn that on, but it doesn't show up in my program.
Does that work because the sensor in the airplane will have I don't know how it works, so some kind of a gyro or something in it that will sense when it goes laterally 3 times quickly?
Yes.
So, yeah.
But and a lot of, you can ask Dennis, a lot of time when I'm flying, my plane will do that anyway.
Well, I
That'd
don't
be something to
know.
worry about.
I do remember coaching Paul once, and I thought he was getting a little exuberant with his hand motions. All right.
I do.
And so I would wonder, it sounds, I do like the idea of having some way of shutting the airplane off. I think that's one thing,
Yeah.
I don't know if that's the answer, but I guess I'd like to see how that works, or, beforehand.
I'll tell you what, with all the wind that's going on, it'd be nice to have a feature like that on our plane. Like our yard, the wind swirls a lot. So, you think you might have good enough winds, and then you put it up, and the next thing you know, you just see the plane rocking everywhere. We've had a couple of flights where Angstroms just had to fly it out because things are just too hairy, and we got a little aggressive wanting to get out and fly for the day. So that emergency shut off, yeah, we use climb and dives, but we have not set that on there yet. So.
Okay. So Bob, you got an hourglass timer. What do you do for the other dozen maneuvers?
I don't know. I haven't even opened the box yet because he said he's got a firmware change in it now, so I'm going to be sending it back to him anyway. I want to try it on one of the twins because he has a good retract function and a good one motor versus the other, RPM differential. So, so does Igor, and so does Fiorati. So, I just want to try it.
That's all good.
It's not hard to update that firmware, Bob.
Mm-hmm. I got Frank Donnelly, who's actually helped him do some beta testing on the original Climb and Dive. He's coming up here to help me set it up when the time comes.
Okay.
And I got Mikey Palcom coming up with the other twin to help me set up the Igor timer, the 12-pin Igor. I'm going to have all this 3 different programming things.
Yeah. His documentation is really good. I'll give him that.
I have that. Yeah, he sent me everything.
Yeah.
It used to be called High Zoot.
High Zoot? Yeah.
High Zoot. The Dan Rutherford coined that term for stunt.
Yeah.
High Zoot stunt.
Anyhow. Well, that was to help explain it to Joe
Dirty Dan
Beltrank.
Rutherford. There was a character.
Well, you need to explain to Joe Belcrank when we're in the other one, what you're running, how you got your power set up on that plane.
Yeah, I've got it set up. Actually, I set it up. Let's just say if I was going to set it up today, I would probably set it up differently. So biggest thing I want to do is I want to just double check the balance. I think it's going to balance all right I've got a 2810 motor in it, and I think that's going to work. But I think the lighter total package would have been on a 2218, maybe a 2220 motor. 2220, I think, is the same as the 2810 as far as weight goes. But anyhow, the little motors that Bob's been using on the twin would be right up this thing's alley.
The 23 millimeter motors.
Yeah. The
They're good.
22, 23s. Yeah, they work like crazy.
They're super. And he did a special line for me too.
Just a minute.
Gary, mute him.
It's done.
I don't think anybody could figure out what that was anyway.
That was a phone. That was my phone, and so.
Hey, Bob, we'll keep an eye on the weather for this weekend. It looks like Saturday may be promising if we come out, but it's that Sunday where I saw the wind kicked up a
Hold on
little
just a
bit.
second. Let me go into, hold on a second. Let me see what the weather's going to be.
Yeah, Saturday looks like it's like 5 to 10 mile an hour winds tops for the day. So in like 55 or something like that. So I think that's a promising day. But I don't think
5 mile an hour wind, and Sunday's the same 5 mile an hour wind.
Yeah, fingers crossed it sticks like that, and I think Daly again may be able to join us on Sunday. So that's let's hope
Sunday
that works
gets
out.
to be a little higher in the afternoon. Yeah, it gets up to 12 to 15 in the afternoon. But Saturday, now this will all change. Saturday 6, 4, 5, 5, 6, 5, 5, 4. That's the whole day. So that's more than flyable, you know.
All right. Well, hopefully it sticks. But yeah, it's early in the week. I know how that adjusts. So we'll just be in contact, and hopefully it comes together.
Yeah, sounds good. Guys, I'm gonna have to jump. But first, I gotta go get a Band-Aid. I've been playing with my golden retriever, and you can see she's been, her paws just ripped the heck out of me.
Cut you up, didn't she?
She's something, she's 9. She's 2. Just good. All right, well, guys, have a good night, and
Okay.
I'll catch you guys on the flip. John, I'll get that thing out to you tomorrow, I promise.
Thanks, Bob. Have a good
I got
night.
it right here, so I won't forget it.
Hey, Howard.
I'll be real interested to hear your reaction to seeing the climb and dive in action. Be interesting to hear a report back on that from
It'll
your
be a little
perspective.
while yet. I'm putting it into a new airplane, so I have.
If you fly with Brendan and Angstrom this weekend, you'll get exposed to it.
Yeah, well, I've been exposed to it. I mean, I've flown some airplanes with it. I just haven't had it. I haven't had it in a twin, and I want to try it. It seems like there's a lot of people have been getting in touch with me recently about building twins. They want a set of plans for a twin, and the problem is, and I don't want to get into a big long thing, but the way I make my airplanes almost requires that you be a foam cutter, or have a foam cutter that you can use, somebody who can make the parts for you for alignment and fixturing and things. I'm going to have to figure out a way around that, and then I'd like to actually publish one and have it set up so it doesn't have to be a top stunt ship, but something that could use a more affordable timer and more affordable motors and everything else. They're really fun to fly. That's the plan anyway.
Well, Bob, you could get hold of a CAD guy and have him help you set it up.
I was actually talking to this CAD guy out in Utah, but he's a flake.
Yes, he is.
Yeah.
He's always playing harmonica or something,
Yeah, that's the guy. No, but seriously, he could help set it up because he
can't work with them darn musicians,
Yeah,
He's such a gifted designer. He even plays Santa Claus. So
in a designer suit. Okay, be good, and we'll catch you on Friday probably.
See you there.
You can tell I'm almost falling asleep too because I didn't have any sleep last night. I had real bad spasms in my back and legs. I didn't get sleep, so it was a rough day.
I wonder what the Irish setter is thinking right now. Oh man, Dad, he just ain't pulling his weight anymore here. You see how
I don't know what an Irish setter is saying, but I know what my golden retriever is
golden
saying.
retriever, same difference. Big dog,
Not
big dog.
They are not the same dog. I used to have a setter. They're not the same.
All righty.
Anyway,
hang in there,
be good.
Take care, Bob.
They're both bronze dogs, though.
Hey, Howard, I heard a quote from you the other day, and I put it on a hat.
Yeah. Something like that.
Yeah.
I saw that.
Well, you could have also used the other alternate setting. Don't clown around, but
he might not know the significance behind that.
Yeah, I don't know.
No clown suits here. This is serious stunt.
Yes.
All right, there's a story there.
We got some white outfits. We'll be dressed like Bob Hunt.
With a big red nose.
What's the story there, Dennis?
I don't know. What's that?
I said, what's the story
on
the clowns?
Oh, I don't know. I just there's a absolutely legendary picture of some clown who was flying stunt in the Northwest Regionals there or something.
Oh,
Actually, I don't know. Was he flying stunt or combat that day?
Combat.
That was combat.
Yeah.
Never mind.
it's,
Never mind. It the
Okay,
saying just
well.
doesn't apply anymore. So
Yeah, it's
if that was a combat hat, it would apply, but it's not a. If it
sort of
wouldn't
a
apply
long
to a stunt
story.
hat. I'm sorry.
It's a good story, though.
Well, yeah, there's this guy on the East Coast who was he thought of himself as a dangerous combat flyer, but actually he was kind of a buffoon. And so we'd go to a contest and we'd say, "Oh, there's whatchamacall again without his clown suit," thinking that he really should have a clown suit. And from some twisted logic, I decided that, well, if he doesn't get a clown suit, I'm going to get a clown suit. So I got a clown suit. And I went to the Nats one time. I entered slow combat. I had this flight streak with triangular cross section flaps, and my plan was I'd fly at 4 miles an hour and run out the whole tank, and maybe I get away with it and win a match. So I was flying with my clown suit with this flight streak going about 4 miles an hour, and the engine quit. So I wasn't able to run out the whole match. So I made a pit stop and took off again and said, "Well, I'm done." But the guy didn't believe me. He said, "He is up to something. He's got 4 miles an hour. He's wearing a clown suit." The guy was really alert the whole time, thinking I was going to pull something off, but no.
And where was that picture published?
I don't know.
Clown suit. I remember seeing that picture. Was it in Model Airplane News or?
I don't know. There were several clown suit incidents. I still have it.
Oh, geez.
In fact, well, I have it hanging in a closet now because Jim Aaron has a Superman costume in his guest bedroom closet. So if someone opens that closet, they'll see his Superman costume. So I put the clown suit in my closet, and he came here once. So I put him in that guest bedroom, but he never opened the closet. So
Oh,
next time, maybe.
Hey, Howard.
Yeah.
Compliments of John Canopy, airplane rack.
Very good.
Take apart, so we can unscrew it and put it in our
Oh,
luggage.
yeah. I got to do that.
So for those of you that don't know, you got to carry 2 airplanes out to the circle, and you can 1, 2 carry them out for an F2D match. We painted it and obviously customized it a little bit from Sammy. So yeah, nice little donation from John Canopy.
Groovy.
And now that I figured out how to use your stickers, I'm going to trim one up and try to put it on Sam's helmet because that's what I need the USA. I can't believe I'm so stupid. I didn't figure that out.
Well, okay.
No, you don't have to. But like this is a vinyl sticker, man. You know what I'm talking? This is cut vinyl that releases off of a piece of paper.
Yeah.
That's why.
Oh.
Yeah, that's vinyl, and it comes on a clear sheet, and you put the whole clear sheet down, and you peel the clear sheet out, and it leaves the vinyl.
Right.
That's what I've been buying for years and years and years. That's why I was confused with these.
Yeah.
Well, that's your story. That's your story, and you're sticking to it, right?
That's my story, man.
I'll put better instructions next time.
Thank you. Well, like I said, now that I know how to use them, I'm going to try to put a couple, because I got them a new helmet for the Worlds.
All right.
Cool.
And I would like to have USA on the side. I thought that would fit nicely there. So
you need to put a bullseye right on the top.
No.
No, dude, I don't want my kid getting hurt, man.
Well, no, none of them guys can hit the bullseye.
We'll see.
You know the story behind the helmets in F2D?
I
Gotta be
don't, but
some
I'd love to
safety
hear
net.
it.
Europeans hadn't thought of taking the airplane outside the circle for a pit stop.
Oh God.
So, so the one guy would remain inside the center circle, and the airplane would be flying over his pit crew. And the way they figured they get around the danger was to have everybody wear helmets.
Wow.
Oh boy.
So was this before the safety circle lines too, or like the pitting area circle?
Yes, this was
Okay.
yeah, a long time ago.
Because I mean, I feel pretty good standing in between the two lines because you can't, if they're in the middle of the circle, you can't physically get hit if you're in the mechanics area,
Yeah,
right? Supposedly.
yeah, that's our breakthrough.
Breakthrough.
Unless there's a line break, yeah.
Yeah,
Right, yeah.
break
Invented
through.
in the USA, I think.
Yeah, but so there's two lines on the outside of the circle, and that's where the mechanics have to stand while they're fixing a model or pitting on a model. And then the pilots are just in the airplanes fly by, but they're inside of that line. So theoretically, you can stand up, do whatever you need to do, and you're not going to get hit by an airplane, even if the pilot is on the edge of the circle with his arm out. You're not going to.
They're still requiring helmets.
Yes.
So you can't back off from a safety requirement once you made it.
Yeah.
So, Mike, I was flying with Rob one day, and his motor, the cable broke that held the motor to the plane, and the motor went flying out into the swamp at 100 miles an hour. So, I mean, just luckily it went away from the cars and didn't go through somebody or a soft target or the cars. I mean, but it went out in the swamp, and he wasn't too happy. He said that it's like a $200 or $300 motor.
I have motors in swamps. I've got a motor in the Snohomish River. Got a motor in the swamp at Houston. Had one in the swamp in Lake Charles, but the chain gang got it for me.
We have one at our home field in the 7th pine tree down the line at the very tippy top of the tree. One of our good cyclones too, man. Now, luckily, it was the $25 practice motors. I bought a dozen of them, $25 a piece. It's one of those, but it was high zoot, Howard. It was a good one, like one we would fly in Fast 2D, right? Outlaw F2D. It happened last fall. We got into a midair and the restraint broke and the motor went zing, and I heard it go and hit the pine tree. I saw it go right into the pine tree, but it is at the very tippy top of this. I mean, it's a big tree, man. It's probably 75, 80 feet up in the air. And I was like, it's a $25 motor, man. I'm not climbing that tree.
Sounds a little big for cutting that tree for the family Christmas tree then.
Yeah, right. Griswold.
Hey guys,
do a Clark Griswold on that. So.
Hold on a second. Howard, can you send me Brett Buck's phone number?
Yeah.
Send it to me personal message here. I got to call him. He's having an issue, and I got a guy who's going to help me straighten that issue out. And I need a better explanation. I don't understand what the hell he's talking about.
Oh.
Yeah, send a private message here.
All right. Right now?
Yeah, please. I'm going to call him right now.
Okay. Let me look for it.
Hey, while he's doing that, hey Mike.
Yeah.
Have you got a little drone that's capable of lifting maybe 8-ounce little 8-ounce fishing ball?
I don't, but you know what? There's a lot of guys.
Hey, cool, yeah.
But this happened like last November, and we're just now starting to see guys out at the field again. So I did put a post on the club website that said, "Hey, we lost a motor. It's in the 7th tree. When you guys are out there, you know, maybe after a storm or a big windstorm or what, just look around the base of this tree and see if it comes up. Because if it does fall out and nobody finds it, the park guys are going to get it.
I'll
with
just
a
call you,
mower,
Howard.
I'm sure, you know. But
Oh,
yeah,
you're
that's
gonna
a
call
good
me?
idea, John.
Okay.
Yeah.
I found the number, so.
That's a good idea, John. When it gets spring and the weather gets nicer and there's more guys out there, there is a bunch of drone guys out there. So maybe they can even take a camera up there and take a peek, you know?
Yeah.
The well, the other thing, Mike, is all this it been blowing a hoolie up here, probably by you too. It might have that tree may be shaking all over the place, might have thrown it out.
I did that last fall and through the winter when we had big storms.
Nothing
And
yet.
I
Huh?
did. I would drive out in the morning, even if we weren't flying the next day. I was like, oh, we had, 60-mile-an-hour winds. Maybe it got blown out. But, we did just have a big supercell rotation come through. And the tornado was actually just about 8 miles south of where we fly yesterday, the EF1. So it might be worth a look. But I heard it go like, and it just locked in because
Yeah, it hit a wood
it
shop
didn't
there.
ping
Yeah.
pong down or pinball or nothing. It was just a solid, and that was it. Wherever it hit, it's stuck.
That little squirrel up there had his little mitt up there, and he got it.
Maybe.
Well, if that might have made a squishy sound if the squirrel tried to catch it.
If he's not very fast with the mitt, yeah.
Yeah. Anyhow. So, yeah, this is VSC week. I've been to VSC 3 times, and every time I went there, it was like freezing and rainy and everything like that. Hardly ever warm, not very warm or anything like that. Well, this week, I guess Phoenix, not that far north of Tucson, they're running 100-degree temperatures in March,
Yeah.
which is like never happens. That's happening this week, so it would have been a good week to be in Tucson. So
We're
it's a
getting
warm week.
80-degree weather here in the latter portion of the week
Yeah.
here.
Oh.
Yeah.
Well, we had 74 yesterday, and today, well, the light, like I said, the high was at midnight, but the midday high was like 29 degrees. So it's going down it's going to be 21 tomorrow, and it'll be up to 65 again by Thursday. So
No, thank you.
that's
Fellas,
what
I'm going to
we're
bow
into.
out. It's getting close to my bedtime.
All righty.
Don't call it a beauty rest.
Yeah, that's not going to happen.
Yeah, you pay extra for this kind of abuse, Paul. So.
I wouldn't have said if I didn't know Paul can take it.
Oh, man. Yeah, it's all good.
Well, nobody.
You guys have a good evening.
You too.
Take care.
You too.
My goodness, all the adults are left the room. So
We're in trouble now.
that's it. Yeah, I got my date for my surgery now is going to be Friday the 17th, a month and a day from now. So I got that many days to see what kind of modeling I want to do, in the meantime.
Oh, you could have gone to VSC.
So
I could have, except I couldn't have flown anything. So
it's your flying arm.
You tore your meniscus,
Howard. I mean, that's it. I mean, of course I'd hurt the only arm I depend on. So, you know what the scary thing is after I get the surgery, I don't know how I'm going to wipe my ass. I mean, that's the scariest thing part of this whole thing.
You have a good marriage. Your wife will take care of you.
I think I might ask my wife, but nah, that's a good idea.
Benny, I had double carpal tunnel syndrome and a Dupuytren's contraction taken out of this hand, all at the same time, same surgery, both.
Oh, jeez!
I had both hands. I couldn't use them for a week, and
you couldn't even pee, could you?
It was a big test of our marriage, but my wife pulled through. Man, she was there.
Right.
That's a keeper.
Yeah.
Well, actually, the practicality of she was sleeping with him, so So
Yeah, maybe it's self.
she definitely had something to gain there too. Anyway, so anyway. But yeah, you're exactly right,
Oh,
Mike.
shit.
That's the big deal.
Mm.
Well, my wife's a nurse and she retired, so she wouldn't have to do any of that kind of stuff anymore. So
Oh.
anyhow,
So, Danny, did you tear your meniscus? Is that what it was?
no, it's the rotator cuff. It's the actual tendon that ties the arm muscles to the shoulder.
Oh, gee.
And so that's why I can't hold my arm out. You know,
Yeah,
I can't
yeah.
even hold it straight out. I suppose, it's a of all things, my son, the band director, said this is a band director's injury, a conductor.
Yeah.
I guess they tear up their rotator cuffs conducting an orchestra.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, because that's what they do. Their arms out and swinging around and stuff like
Depends
that.
on which song they're doing. Some of them they have
Yeah,
to get really with it.
yeah, that's it. Well, I already called the Detroit Tigers and told them I wouldn't be available for relief pitching this summer. So,
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
so
Will they move you over to Target?
what's that?
Did they move you over to Target for that
What?
strike zone?
Oh no, I don't know about that, but I thought you said asking if I was going to work at Target, be a greeter, but I can't even do that because I'm right-handed, or
Uh,
I can't shake hands with that arm, so
you can
a
always give,
left-handed handshake. So anyhow, so I
yeah, you
can't
can
even
always
be a
give,
greeter. So
you can always give them a Vulcan hand with the left hand.
yeah, something like that. I sent a little note there to actually to Brendan last night and showed him my next airplane into the Monocoat booth is a smoothie also.
Oh
Yeah,
yeah,
team smoothie. But
Are you going to coat yours copper colored as well, and then we can be twinsies?
I don't have any copper, so
I know a guy who has a lot of.
he's got a lot of paint.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking
I got like 3 airplanes that I could cover, and one is a smoothie, and the only thing I might process. I think I'm going to make a set of wheel pants for it. I don't know.
Good.
I got looking at it. It looks like a lot of work for not a lot of payback. So I do have a nice set of banner wheels to put on it. That'll look good.
Oh, that'll look good.
Hey, Danny,
Yeah.
I'm interested in seeing what they do to mine. After I had mine done, I think I had to wear a couple nights your sleeve, your sling.
Mm-hmm.
But then after that, the next day, he wanted me to take it out so I could just go ahead and use it a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
And I've heard people say they put in a sling for a whole month or something. Well, I didn't have to do that. I was able to just,
Yeah, I've heard both ways, and the way the doctor explained it, I'll be in a sling for at least a couple of days, but my first physical therapy is supposed to be like 3 to 5 days after the operation. So,
yeah,
and it's going to, he said basically you won't do anything lifting the arm up or anything like that. But yeah, I think they don't want it to all completely atrophy and everything like that in the meantime. So it'll be some kind of, so obviously the near-term therapy things are range of motion kind of stuff, but
yeah.
and
It's
said
got,
about
yeah,
12 weeks and they can start working on strengthening. So
yeah.
I don't know. I have no strength in my shoulders anyway, so that's probably a pretty low bar. But
You can ask him if sanding qualifies as therapy.
I suppose it is, but as long as I hold my arms down, but
Yeah.
hold that arm down. So
You'll be
right
doing
now
a
it
lot
hurts
of
like hell
probably
when I try to say, yeah. I can't
wiping
do
off
it.
the blood
I can't do wax
Wax
on, wax
on,
off. Yeah.
on the
wax
wall,
off.
I do
Guys,
a block and I'll go straight back and forth a few
oh,
times, and that's about it. So,
yeah.
By the
yeah.
way,
Then
I like
walk
that
up the wall and see how far you can go.
I like that color scheme you put on that plane. I just didn't tell you that yet.
What on Ellie?
Yeah,
Well, it's just
big,
simple. It's absolutely dirt simple, and I got it all done, and that's holy crap, that's going to work after all.
yeah,
I gotta put some,
Looks,
gotta put a few graphics on it and stuff. So
looks good. Yeah.
I had thought about trying to make a decal to a little inkjet decal, picture of a granddaughter, and I thought they'd be a nice touch. But
You'll have to build 3 more or 2 more.
well, I'm worried about the young granddaughters. I'm hoping the older granddaughter just lets me get a pass on it. So anyhow. But yeah, if that therapy thing plays out, my 3-month milestone or 12 weeks after surgery is July 17th, which sounds a little late even for Muncie. I haven't even checked the dates, but
You can judge.
well, I write with my right hand, so I'll use that as an excuse to
Ah.
get out of it. Yeah.
Well, you can do like I did. I have trouble writing, so I had a volunteer that was my scribe,
Yeah.
and that worked good.
Yeah, that did. Yeah.
It can. I've never worked with one, but
He enjoyed it, and he learned a lot. He learned a lot. He learned what I was looking for, and he got pretty good by the end of the contest. He was.
I'll tell you the toughest thing. I don't judge that much, and I'm not going to try to pretend I'm a good judge or anything. I can see what's going on. I can see what's right, what's wrong, but it's always that magic thing is how the hell many points is that?
Yeah.
At any rate, the 1 year at Brodak, they asked, I think it was Danny Banjock and I were working the advanced circle, and they asked us if, I think it was Mark. Yeah, Mark. Y sent over a couple of guys. He wanted to basically teach them something about judging, and he said, "Well, do you mind if they?" Ask Danny, "Do you mind if these guys hang out with you guys and just tell them what you're doing and stuff like that?" So there we were. And my solution to that, I was trying to describe what I was seeing while I was seeing it, and then coming up with the number all in the 5 seconds, between maneuvers. And that was, luckily we only did that for about half of one round. It was probably the whole first round actually. And it was, that was a load, all right? But really forced to say,
Well, it's hard to carry out a conversation while you're trying to watch and
well,
judge.
that's it. It was basically, my alligator brain, not just, going through thoughts, but actually, saying something and all that, and then writing a number down all at the same time. So, I don't know.
Yeah. Well, I've noticed that this is a problem with dementia. So I've offloaded a lot of stuff to that woman. I won't say her name, but the lady in that that thing over there. And but I need to tell her stuff like turn on first plug. I'll demonstrate that. Alexa, turn on first plug. See? But I find that I can't remember what to say, what I'm supposed to say.
Yeah, I'll bet.
And
I'll bet.
then she
Like
times
remembering
out
your passwords. Yeah.
Yeah, so it's not helping with the dementia that much. Okay,
Getting probably more frustrating because you got the things
Oh.
you can't remember what you're supposed to remember.
I could put labels on things. And here's what to say.
That's it. Or carry around a notebook. Whatever.
Yeah.
Does anybody use this?
I'd like to try it.
Is that the zinc sterate stuff?
Yeah, this is going in a box of for sale stuff that's coming to the Nats with me.
Okay.
Oh, zinc sterate?
Yeah, it's the Randy Smith Aero 1 ZS filler.
Oh, yeah. Sign me up.
Coming to the Nats?
I hope so. Yeah.
All right. Well, I was going to try to sell it and get a few bucks, but if you want it, Howard,
I'll take a few bucks with me.
No. I'll give it to you, man.
Well, that's it. That'll cover his overage on the decals there. The double you double the price as you explained.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah, yeah. You want some more decals? Have you messed up enough?
Well, I just tried. So, like I said, it's trying to go on his helmet. It's a compound curve. I tried to cut the decal and put some relief in it, so I could do it, and it's not going to work. I'm going to have to get a vinyl decal that I can.
Why don't you can you take the decal and just kind of stick it, hold up one side, kind of stick it in like the middle, and then pull it and heat it at the same time?
I
Or
tried.
even just
Well,
stretch it.
I didn't try heating it, but I cut relief into
Yeah,
it.
don't cut relief. Try stretching it, and then a little bit of heat, you might be able to get what you need.
Okay, well, yeah, I got about 7 more because Howard sent me a whole stack. So there's a bunch more I can play with, but
Mhm.
I can get a vinyl decal cut on eBay they're about $8 a piece or something like that. It's not a big deal.
Okay.
I mean, I'll definitely try to make Howard's work for sure, but I don't want to screw too many more of them up because they're good USA decals. I could put them on other flat surfaces.
Yeah,
on
right.
airplanes.
Right. I can put them on
helmet.
airplanes and stuff. And I'm trying to do Sam's helmet and it's round both ways.
Yeah.
You know when you get him all decked out and all that, and you get over there to Perth, you need to take a picture of him surrounded by all them sweet little Aussie chickie babes, admiringly looking at all of his printing all over his body and helmet and that.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Are we still live streaming right now?
I think so.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'll wait to tell you something when we're not live
Yeah.
streaming.
You saw the picture of the girls in Poland, didn't you?
Yeah.
Oh yeah. I saw that one.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was an awesome picture.
I'm doing a little shop cleaning here too, and I just found something that I kind of was looking for. That's a transmitter for the Flyline airplanes. Have you guys ever seen? Do you remember the Flylines that came out like 15 years ago?
No.
It's round the pole flying. They sold this in the toy stores and all over the place. And I have the airplane. It's actually it's a little foam Spitfire with about a 13-inch wingspan. It takes a LiPo battery, and it has one line that goes off the wing. Either, if I recall correctly, you could fly it at 6 feet, 9 feet, and 12-foot lines, depending on your space. And then it had a big plastic bottom that you've put water in to weight it down. And it had like a 5-foot pole that went in that. So then the line hooked to the pole. The line went to the airplane, and you had a transmitter, and you got throttle and up and down elevator, and it would fly around on the pole. They call it round the pole flying.
Mm-hmm.
But this was something you could buy. Like Sam was 4 or 5 years old when we bought this, I guess. We used to fly it in his grandma's basement because she had a nice big open basement. And we could, it was a lot of fun, man. You just full throttle up and you can up and down. Now it wouldn't loop, but you could go high, you could go low, you could fly 2 at a time and put little streamers on them and chase each other around. I have the airplane in the box to go to the Nats for Will Davis's grandkids. And I was like, maybe they can do something with it, but I just found the transmitter. So now they got a fully working unit.
I don't know. You say it won't stunt. I guess my thought is hold my beer.
No, it don't. You
I
can
get
go
that sucker to loop. So
all it ends up happening is if you go full up on one side, it goes and crashes on
straight
the
down,
other.
yeah,
You know,
right.
but it's got
Figure
a,
nine.
it may not
it's got
be
a breakaway.
it may not
It
be
has
the
a
foam
breakaway
Spitfire
prop
on it.
on it. The prop
Yeah.
is held in by like nylon gears that mesh together, and the prop just kind of falls off. So, but no, we had a lot of fun. You like
That
to sit on
actually
the
sounds like
couch
a
and
nice
just
little feature.
throttle up and you know. And the airplanes were pretty cute too. We have the Spitfire. There was a Mustang. There was a P-40. They had 4 or 5 different little foamy airplanes.
I do remember seeing a video on that. I never saw it in a store or anything like that.
I made a video and posted it on YouTube. That's probably, you might have seen it
Might
there.
have seen that. I saw what looked like a commercial. Looked like an OEM
Okay, yeah, there was a
for it,
commercial
yeah.
too, but there is a video on my YouTube channel of us flying it in Grandma's basement. So
Okay. All right.
yeah, I'm
Well,
doing a lot of shop cleaning right now and rearranging.
That's
I was
what I
going to
should
say
be
it looks
doing.
really neatened up behind you there and everything like that. So
those are pew pew accessory boxes that need to be moved somewhere else in the other shop. That it's full of like I said, pew pew accessories.
Mhm.
But I took Howard. We took 18 boxes of combat cores out of the other garage and put them up in the attic because they were just taking up too much room in Mama's garage where she parks her car. Over the years, I've acquired tons of half A cores, speed limit cores, stunt cores, just all kinds of stuff. And the last few years, Phil Cartier was around. I was having him bring me 1 or 2 boxes when he came to the Nats because I knew at some point it's going to be hard to get foam combat wing cores, right? So I counted them up, and like 18 boxes. I gotta take this. This is a guy asking about a dino jet. I'll be back.
All right.
Well, I wonder what happened to Brett and Sparky.
I don't know. Sparky still seems to be talking.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
Oh, all right.
anyhow, I guess that means the live stream is going to hang on a little longer.
Yeah, you can unmute him
Yeah.
and see what they're talking about.
Yeah. So
So, Benny, did you have a lot of wind now yesterday?
we had 30 miles constant and 60 to 65 mile an hour gusts. Somebody said they hit 75. There were trucks, there were semis blown over on I-69. The highway going past us here. It goes down to Muncie, whatever.
Yeah.
They're laying there on their sides like dead insects and whatever.
Well, I thought about you.
See, Friday we had really bad wind too. I lost a big old tree branch and I ended up having to cut that up. I spent my Saturday trying to cut that up and disposing of it. And then Sunday day was all right, and then the evening and overnight it just turned crazy, and that's when blew in all the cold weather and everything like that. So had a couple of days of that, and it's supposed to bounce back up for a while and then fall off a little. Yeah, this is definitely the March coming in like a lion kind of stuff. That old story.
Yeah,
So,
when you got 50 degrees one part of the day and the next day you're down to snow. I mean,
well, you got to be getting all that stuff too, aren't you?
Oh yeah, we've already got our wind, had our snow today, 2 inches.
Okay.
Had rain this morning and
we
snow this
had
afternoon.
some flurries on and off, and then it finally started sticking around sundown. So we got just everything's dusted right now, but it'll all be gone in 2 days. So, Howard, out in Northwest there, you guys getting crazy weather now too, or?
No.
Okay.
Although we have seen no snow, but there are parts of town that have 2 inches of snow on it.
Mm-hmm.
So it's varies from place to place, I guess.
In that wild.
It is, yeah.
Yeah.
Today was nice, except the wind was blowing in the wrong direction to fly stunt.
Mm-hmm.
It's going to rain tomorrow.
So, I don't know, man. Maybe the apocalypse is upon us. So, whatever.
Yeah. I turn 80 on Wednesday.
Oh, happy birthday.
Happy
Thank you.
birthday. Yeah.
That's terrific. I honestly did not know you were that old. So.
I don't act like I'm that old, but
No.
namely I act like kind of 15 or something.
Yeah. That's the way we
on a good
feel.
day, yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's good to hear. I'm going to be 72 here in a little bit,
That's
and
pretty old.
yeah, yeah, that's it. I mean, that's the same age as old people, so
Yeah.
it's crazy. So
I ought to be able to get away with some stuff at 80, I think. I don't know what, but
I have noticed that. I have noticed that myself. It's like I can get away without getting my face slapped as often and things like that. So
We just got to keep moving though, you know.
that's it. I think that's really the key. You got to have a reason to get up and you got to keep moving. So it helps.
yeah, I should, that reminds me, I should go out the shop and do stuff.
Yeah. Are you building anything or?
Nothing useful. I just calibrated the instrumentation on my flap position. I'm going to record flap position, see how far they move.
Ah, that's interesting. Okay.
Yeah.
Did you ever have any success on you? I know you were looking for a way of measuring actual line tension and stuff like that. Do you ever get any traction on that?
Yeah, sort of. Mark Wood in Wichita sent me a bunch of stuff to instrument the lines, and I haven't done anything with it.
Hmm.
I should look into that. Yeah, then we can see something. How much hinge moment there is.
Well, I wonder if the gyros or whatever the sensors on an active timer system, you have to have. I wonder if they track any kind of an angular velocity or something like that that you can transfer.
Well,
You really can't.
I've got the data logger I have has inertial sensors built into it. So I've got
Mhm.
3 degrees of freedom of accelerometers and 3
Right.
of angular rate. And I have recorded that because I was curious about how much pitch rate do you get, and the answer is 300 degrees per second
For like a square corner.
for a square corner. That's
Okay.
maximum pitch rate. But you take it to square wave, it goes up, but that's kind of a roundy pulse, which was disappointing.
Well, you kind of ease into it, and then it gets really tight, and by the time it gets tight, you got to be easing out of it. So
Apparently so, yeah.
Yeah,
I figured that it was a square wave, but no.
Yeah, it's not an instantaneous thing, and then plus you have that's partly your hand, not just the response to the airplane. It's just the way the control is input is like that.
So yeah, I'm looking forward to having more instrumentation and seeing what stuff does.
Well, it is kind of
That was
curious.
useful at work.
Well, Wild Bill used to go on and this measure this, measure that, estimate that, and everything like that. He would have probably had a blast.
Oh yeah, he would have liked that.
Some of the capabilities that are out there now.
Yeah, amazing stuff. I did a head-up display at work, and the boss wouldn't let me put a rate gyro on it because they're too expensive. And this is for a 737. As a result, it wasn't very good. But golly, now you can get a rate gyro for a nickel.
Yeah, little
a milligram or so.
Yeah.
You have a little GoPro camera on the thing flipping over your flaps. Could you tell anything that way?
Well, we did that, and
Did you?
yeah, put it on one of Paul Walker's airplanes. I said, well, how about I'll put the string on it in case the tape comes loose and it falls off. No, nothing doing, he said. If it falls off, it goes away and doesn't hurt my airplane. So we duct taped this camera onto his landing gear, looking back at his flaps, and It looked like it was about 20 degrees maximum, but there weren't any good marks on there. There was one paint mark that looked like it was about 20 degrees. And
Well, I think we figured out Brett's problem.
what's his problem?
It's on his end,
Oh,
his computer or something.
oh, his computer.
Or yeah, he uses some type of space age browser, and he doesn't use Windows or whatever.
No, he's one of those guys.
Yeah. So I, went through it and he tried to guide me through it. And mine works perfect. I said, it works perfect. And so then I tried to do what he's doing. And mine works. It works perfect. He was the only guy complaining. So I don't know. He's going to look into it.
Yeah, tell him to get Windows.
Yeah, he'll figure it out.
Actually, or Windows or a Apple Notepad or something. It might be handy to have something like that. Just
I think he uses Ubuntu or
yeah. All right. Okay.
one of them off the wall browsers.
Yeah, I was talking to Larry Fruits the other day about that, and he of course his PC won't drive your new the new software, right? And so he can't access anything in Stunthanger anymore.
Oh,
He can get the YouTube videos. And he watches this stuff,
Yeah.
Whatever. So that's
Well,
good.
I apologize about that, but we had to shut that old software off because we were getting attacked by China. I mean,
Yeah. Well,
10
it's
million people.
that's it. And Larry had his eye on a real custom piece. He was going to have somebody build him up something that he could do some CAD work with and everything like that. And then he got thinking about it as well. Maybe just get something I can use on a day-to-day basis, and
Well, my best advice to
basically,
him is buy the very best you can afford because in 15 minutes it'll be crap.
well,
So
that's it. And it'll
if-
be crap whether it's, I don't know that you can buy anything that's future-proof, really. So
it's not.
So
But
get
if you
something
buy the
that
best, it'll take 5 years to catch up with you.
hopefully, but
Because
I
I
don't know.
usually have to upgrade computers every 5 years.
It's I had everything I had before before this thing was old and like 10, 15 years old anyway, and they're up to Win 10 and they ran nice and everything like that. And I really miss my desktop because I had a nice big, monitor on. I got the laptop because it was I thought it would be good. And yeah, it's nice to move it around, but if I'm doing and I'm not even doing 3D CAD yet or anything like that, but even just the 2D stuff, I like having a nice big monitor to look at and all that kind of
I
stuff.
gave up on
I can make
desktop.
that.
I
Yeah.
built my own desktop, and
Yeah.
I had the best of everything in it. The video card was, so many gig of RAM and all that shit, and it was
Yeah.
something died on it. I think the chip died on it, but it was a Ryzen 4, highest shit you could get. But now I just leave that over it's a paperweight, and I just use my laptop.
Yeah. Well, that's about it.
It's on the TV screen. I got an HDMI cable over to the TV, but
Yeah. Right now, the device I update the most often is my phone. So
well, that happens every night.
Even then, I go that every several years on that. Even I'm using an iPhone 14, right? So I'm at least 3 models behind the click on that. So
This is iPhone 11, but my
Yeah.
iOS is, let's see, I
But
think
it
there's
still works
22
on
or some
everything.
shit.
Yeah, but it still works on everything. I guess that's the point.
Yeah, let's see here. And this is iPhone 11 about, so that's in general. About, yeah, this is iOS version 26.
Yeah, that's current. They
Yeah,
keep upgrading it. Yeah, 26.3, I think. 0.3.
26 3.1,
Yeah.
3.3.1.
Yeah.
I like the iPhone,
Hmm.
and I have an iPad, but I don't like it because you can't work Windows right. I mean, you got to slide it down before they shut off. It just,
Mm. Yeah. No.
Keyboard and a mouse for that too, but it don't work right.
Yeah. Yeah. I guess everybody's got I got finding my limits on how much technology I want to take on, I guess. So
Well, at your age, you're probably not.
yeah, that's it.
Well, I finally figured out how to run my 3-axis router. I got
All
the
right.
software just
Oh,
downloaded
cool.
for this morning, and I'm going to drag it out from the garage and set it up. It
Terrific.
takes three pieces of software to make it work. It ain't like a pro setup.
Yeah.
You got a good shop vac. You probably need that.
Oh yeah, I got it. Like it's a laser too. It can either be a 15-watt laser or a 3-axis router.
Yeah. Yeah, my brother Arch, who we just lost, he had a 5-axis router, and I haven't heard who's taking who that's going to be bequeathed to, but I don't know, I think one of his sons, I think one of the grandsons actually knew how to use it too. So
Well, it's just like, I got into this movie making stuff and I bought all them cameras and all that shit. It's just another hobby and I ain't got
yeah.
time for it. That's why I do everything live. Because I ain't sitting around hours and hours and hours editing the shit.
Mm-hmm.
If you like to watch it,
Yeah.
fine. You can see the mistakes. That's good. Whatever. If you think I'm going to edit it up, you're sadly mistaken. Because for 15 minutes of footage, it takes 2 hours of editing.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
I'm sure of that. So
You get what you get.
that's it. That's it. Well, I find my taste, whatever my mini hobbies are, they keep moving around too, and I keep jumping back and forth. I was watching a lot of YouTube videos, history videos and stuff like that, and then there's different history and then
Oh, that
whatever else.
keeps
So,
me up late at night.
it's just absolute time waster. But
Yeah.
I've been, I was listening to one the other day, basically a German World War II diary of a soldier from the time his time in high school through the Hitler Youth through his campaign as a soldier through the end of the war and everything like that. It's really fascinating stuff, but the total series was like almost 8 hours long, and that's how much time I spent listening to it.
Yeah, I'm familiar with this problem.
Yeah,
Me
okay,
too.
and it's very. And I don't know if you saw that post I made about the new airplane I did here, and I did the Blue Angel with the Beetle Bomb paint scheme, and I just spent some time in the post just describing where it came from, and because nobody knew there was ever a reverse Blue Angel paint scheme, and it was so obscure they'd used it a couple of seasons and then they abandoned it, and they don't even the Blue Angels, their official website doesn't even mention that they had a Beetle Bomb or anything like that.
That's a Bearcat.
Well, they had an SNJ originally and then a Bearcat later on. And the Bearcat flew with the Bearcats, and the SNJ flew, I think, with the Hellcats that they started with. The original Blue Angels team was 3 Hellcats. And then they had an SNJ who was supposed to be a Zero, and they would do some aerial combat kind of stuff with the team and stuff. And somewhere along the way, he'd go flying away with trailing smoke, I guess, and that was part of the show. And then they did the Bearcats, and they went up to 4. They introduced their diamond formation, the 4-plane diamond with the Bearcats, and all I can imagine. Can you imagine the prop wash that they were fighting to fly in a diamond on something with the lightweight airplane like the Bearcat with a great big prop on it? My God, that had to be awful. But and the original, I read this in a Profile Publications book. The original Bearcats, when they first came out, they're supposed to be highly maneuverable and lots of speed, of course. and they were designed with a stress relief feature. If you're took your Bearcat
Oh,
and did a big dive and pull up on the
wingtip
nose,
thing.
it
Yeah.
would blow off the wingtips.
Yeah.
Only trouble is that it never wouldn't necessarily blow them both off at the same time.
Yeah. Yeah. That's the problem with that kind of stuff.
And then they finally rigged it up so they would both blow at the same time. If one blew, the other automatically blew.
No.
But then they would do it at odd times. I guess they
Yeah.
eventually said, "The hell with this."
Yeah.
Well, the yellow Bearcat took off one day. It took off, and as it was taking off, it blew off a wingtip and it spun in and crashed. All right, so and that was the end of the Beetle Bomb, and they never repeated it or anything like that. They started. I guess his role was like they do with the soloist now, although now they just have them, they're pretty well integrated with the diamond and all that.
Didn't somebody we know build make a yellow
Somebody
Bearcat?
did. I saw a picture. I don't know if PJ did, if Pat Johnson did it. Somebody did a Bearcat. I think somebody did.
Somebody in
I think
Texas
they
is
did
what I
like a
saw.
Novi 3 or something like that in that color scheme.
Oh, this was an actual Bearcat that was yellow.
Dennis,
Yeah.
it was D. Rice,
Yeah.
T.
Okay.
Rice had a Bearcat.
a Beetle Bomb Bearcat. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
He,
Okay.
he came to town a while back, and when he came to town, he stopped by he was here for a golf tournament. He came by a contest. We were having a contest, and ironically, or something, at this contest, a whole lot of people were flying Orientals.
All right.
So he was impressed. Saw all these Orientals.
I
Yeah.
guess good for him. Good for him.
I used to tease him about being a civil engineer. And I said, Yasser Arafat and Mohammed Ahmadinejad and who's the head of Al Qaeda?
Bin Laden.
Yeah.
Bin Laden. Yeah, they're all civil engineers. I pointed this out to him.
Oh, geez, I didn't know that.
Yeah.
There's got to be something to it, huh? So
Yeah.
Something in the water.
I point out to my eye doctor that Bashir al-Assad and Rand Paul and the guy who cooked the chicken in the Yellowstone hot springs were our ophthalmologists.
Hey guys, I'm going to shut down YouTube. So give me a second to close out. I really appreciate you guys watching on YouTube. Am I on here?
You're on here.
You're on here.
I
Okay.
can hear you.
All righty.
I'm not on YouTube.
Please like, subscribe, and share. And I'm back to work again, so videos are going to be slow again coming out, but I'll get to you. I won't forget you. All righty. We'll see you tomorrow. Fair winds, tight lines. See you.
Take care, everybody.
Hasta la bye-bye.
Thing like
Okay,
that.
Gary is now your host. He's been your host